And welcome to another episode of the Bandit Room. My name is Charles. I'm joined here in the studio today by Mr. Caleb.
Hello.
And across the table is Mr. Aggie.
What's up?
And today we have the start of Season 2.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Dude, I know you're not a good singer.
Welcome back. We've got some great guests lined up this season. We've recently put out a new website, thebanditroom.com, so check it out. All our episodes are featured there. If you want to take a look and some previous episodes, go back through the catalog. We're starting to get, a bit of a catalog going now. Going 2 seasons in. This particular episode is actually a pre-recorded episode of an appearance Aggie made on our local radio program, Straight Talk, on WRHI with Mr. Manning Kimmel. You've appeared on that show a few times. Is that right, over the years?
Yeah, I think like 3 or 4 times.
Third or fourth time?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting setup over there because they record this one in a substation.
Yeah, well, it's a
Substation
sandwich
too.
place.
Sandwich shop.
It's not like a substation.
Oh, yeah, not like a substation.
Not a substation.
They record it in a train station. It's very loud, a lot of background noise. But all the same, there is a lot of background noise.
Yeah.
Recording in a local sandwich shop, substation, shout out.
Where I had lunch from today.
Yeah, you got lunch there just to put you in the spirit.
That's right.
Of recording this episode.
I do like the lunch.
Yeah.
I mean, there's sandwiches, but I always just get only one.
What's your go-to over there?
I guess the Italian. Yeah.
That's good. And what do they say over there? No, you don't want to say it. Slice. Garden.
So, hey, listen out for that part in the episode.
Listen out for that.
You're pretty
super enthused.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know Manning. We've actually got Manning lined up in a few weeks.
When is he coming?
A couple weeks from now. Yeah.
You think he'll be a bit shocked to see all the great equipments we have?
Yeah, right. The fact that we don't have people walking around eating sandwiches during the episode.
Right.
Maybe we should do that just to put them in the spirit. We should each have a sub sandwich in front of us and just be munching away.
I'll pipe in some background noise afterwards.
Yeah.
People eating.
We'll have a guy just slicing vegetables over here. Yeah, so without further ado, the episode's coming right up here with Aggie and Manning Kimmel on Straight Talk, brought to you on WRHI here in Rock Hill.
Straight Talk on WRHI is presented by Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax, you're with Founders. Now here's Manning Kimmel broadcasting live from Substation 2 on Cherry Road in Rock Hill with Straight Talk, selected by the South Carolina Broadcasters Association as the state's top public affairs program.
And a good afternoon. Welcome into Substation 2, Cherry Road across from Winthrop for another edition of our Straight Talk program presented by Founders Federal Credit Union, relaxed here with Founders, and by Comporium, your friendly neighborhood tech giant. Piedmont Medical Center is with us today, a community built on care. You can find out more about them online at piedmontmedicalcenter.com. Very pleased to have back with us a guy who I haven't talked to in a while. He is the computer brain power of the eastern United States. That's pretty good, I think. Agie Sundaram, who's the CEO of Span Enterprises. Aggie, how you been, buddy?
Good, man. How you doing?
Wonderful. Where you been all this time?
Oh, just in Rock Hill. I haven't left Rock Hill, so.
You've been busy?
I've been super busy, yeah.
All right, so for those who have not met the famous Agie Sundaram.
Yes, sir.
Tell them about, you have a very interesting background. So take a minute here and tell them about it.
I spent my 20s and early 30s working on cruise ships, managing the photography business.
Business, okay.
Yep. Yeah. Then met a girl from Ohio on the cruise ship, working on the Disney ship, and got married about 2 months or 3 months after kind of meeting. And then we ended up driving through Rock Hill, stopped in Fort Mill for lunch with one of our high school friends, and then we decided to move to Rock Hill. I didn't even know the zip code of Rock Hill when I moved here. That was 17 years ago. This has been good. Launched my photography business here in 2007. Did great. Then I was about to turn 40, and I realized in the photography business, if you don't go out and take pictures, nobody's going to pay you, basically.
Right.
So I'm like, I want to find something else that I can do the next 10 years that can set me up. So came up with a couple of software ideas and found a business partner. And we started the company in November 2009. And here we are.
You make it sound so simple. So how does somebody go from photography to computer software? I mean, I don't get that at all.
Well, it's all about finding an opportunity in the market. That's any market. There's always an opportunity to be a new player in there or a better product for that market fit. So just found some ideas, and I'm not a programmer, but my business partner has been in the software industry all his life, so we're a good match. He set up his team and built products, and I'll go and sell it and support it. That was we launched our first product in 2010. We ended up having about 11 different products.
So let me see if I get this right now.
Uh-huh.
So one day you pick the phone up and you call your buddy.
Yeah, well, he was not my buddy. I didn't know him.
You didn't know him. How'd you run into him?
I used his company a few years ago to build my Aggie photography website.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I had an idea, so I called him. I called his company, and obviously he didn't come on the phone. I ended up speaking to someone else and about my idea, and eventually I got hold of him, pitched my idea to him, and he believed in that idea too, and decided to sell his company and move down to North Carolina.
This is and when I said to Aggie, I said, "Now, how did you happen to locate in Rock Hill?" You just said, "We just had lunch here one day, and stayed."
That's right. Yeah.
Amazing. So now your business partner lives in North Carolina.
He moved back to India. He's from India because we have 3 different offices in India and over 300 employees based out of our India company. And I'm actually going back to India in 3 weeks. We are building a new IT park over there, building 3 buildings just to house all software companies and startup companies. So we are starting that over there in this another town that we've kind of shortlisted. So we're going to start the construction of that probably towards the end of this year.
So all of these 300 programmers, are they all working for the companies that you guys and software that you've developed, or are they for other people?
We don't do anything for other people. Nothing.
So you have 300 people
Yep.
that are maintaining, developing, servicing, whatever, the software.
From all the software, from app development, design, SEO work, and all that stuff. It's not just the products that we have in the market right now. We also have 4 other products in various stages of development.
Right.
That we want to continue launching, every year or every other year. So,
So the idea that you had on day one, where you called the guy who built the website for you,
right,
and said, "I got this idea for a piece of software. Do you want to jump in on this one?" What was it?
So, my wife was a consultant for the Mary Kay Cosmetics, and the first year after we got married, when she was doing her taxes, and she had to bring reports from 7 different programs about where is the inventory, what she sold, and what she made, and expenses, and all that stuff. And we're like, there has to be a better way to do this, and kind of looked around in the market. There was 1 or 2 product. They had the full monopoly, and they didn't really improve the product. They didn't make it any better, but they were charging crazy amount of money for it. So I said, well, that's the opportunity here. I can make a better product, which can do everything for them, and have it better price, better support, and better tools and better apps, so they can pretty much be on the go and continue with their business. The idea was, I'm going to get you more time for your life by making your business life simpler. That was the concept.
So this was just for the cosmetic business?
Yep. That was the first product.
First product?
Yep.
All right. Now, were there other applications for that particular product?
No. From a lead management to year-end taxes, they could do everything from that one product.
Okay. So then what was idea number 2?
Idea number 2, which actually came from my business partner, he was already in that field, e-filing of taxes.
E-filing of taxes.
Right.
All right.
So I had started about 2005 a push towards e-filing, offering e-filing for all the tax forms. So that's the opportunity we saw in early 2010, and then we launched our second product August 16, 2010, after his non-compete was done on August 15th. So we launched August 16th. And then after that, we've launched pretty much a new tax e-filing software product every year. Plus, we are very big in the trucking industry.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Yep.
So the e-filing, which most, I guess, is very common. It's your product, but is it under somebody else's name that offers it?
No. It's our own brand. So there's about 70 different tax forms this need to be filed before you can go to your accountant or TurboTax or whatever to file your personal taxes.
Right.
Like 1099, W-2s, all of those forms need to be filed. So we specialize in that.
So somebody goes where to?
So, for example, right now is a tax season. Deadline, January 31st is the deadline to file 1099 W-2s.
Right.
So one of our product, it's called taxbandits.com.
Tax Bandits.
Tax Bandits, and that specializes in e-filing of 1099 W-2s and all that form. So right now is a super busy season for that product until like the first week of February. And it has been doing well. We just became exclusive e-file provider for Sage Intact. It's a huge accounting program. And they send out about 18 different service providers because they wanted to select one exclusive e-file provider for North America. We beat out 17 other providers to become exclusive e-file provider for Sage Intact. It's a publicly traded multi-billion-dollar company.
Sure. So when you say you beat them out, did you buy them out, or did they?
No.
They
were comparing
the
the software, the quality of the technology, the security aspect, the support aspect of it, and all the new tools that we are bringing to the market. Because the players who've been in that market for a long time, they haven't changed, they haven't modernized, they haven't really upgraded. So that's where we specialize, and we come in, and we're never the first one in the market. We are probably one of the last one to come in, but we come with a different approach to the product, better technology, much more better workflow, better pricing, better support, and that just basically, brings in the customers.
So, round numbers, how many people would you say have used your e-filing system?
We have over 1.2 million paying customers use our applications for tax e-filing.
1.2 million?
Yes, sir.
1.2 million, okay. So those 300 programmers over in India, they support that 1.2 million.
They support from the technology side.
Right.
They don't talk to the customers. They don't deal with the customers. That's what we do from our Rock Hill office.
So that brings us back to Rock Hill.
Right.
Now, you started at the top of Amelie's.
No. We started on the corner of Celanese and India Hook upstairs.
Celanese and India, okay.
Upstairs in a Keyman office, 10 by 10 office upstairs, yeah.
Then you moved downtown.
No, then we moved downstairs.
Downstairs.
Next to LabCorp.
Okay. Then you moved downtown.
Then we moved to downtown, right. Above Amelie's.
Above Amelie's.
Yeah.
Then you moved across the street on Main Street.
Correct.
Right.
So we were above Amelie's for about 2.5 years. We outgrew that. Then moved across the street. We stayed there for 5 years.
Right. You outgrew that.
We outgrew that, parking and all the other stuff. So we decided to move.
So then you went and found yourself an old grocery store. Right. Out in Shiloh.
No, well, Ralph Norman had come by to visit one day, and I told him, I want to move out of here. And he said, well, let me see what we can do. And next day, I got a call from Warren, and he said, well, Dad said to bring you back home. That's where we started with them.
Yeah.
So they had plans to tear down their building and build something else, and they decided to change that and refit, for us. And it's been great. We love it.
So now how many people do you have here in Rock Hill?
29.
29 people.
Yes, sir.
And those 29 people are your customer support people?
Customer support, business development, marketing. We also have opened an office last year in Ohio, in Akron, Ohio.
In Ohio?
Yes, sir.
Why Ohio?
My wife's from Ohio.
My wife's from
Since
Ohio.
I bought an airplane, I need to have a business expense to fly there.
I see. The IRS is not listening to this idea, I promise you.
No, we found some good business development people who are from the trucking industry over there.
Right.
From my travels, so we decided they didn't want to move, and I really wanted to hire them, and so we opened another office in Akron, Ohio.
Good Lord.
So they are specialized in business development for the transportation industry.
All right, that's your big niche, right? The transportation industry?
And e-filing, tax e-filing.
Okay.
Yeah. Tax e-filing is number one for us, and transportation is number two.
So tell me about this transportation software you have. What does it do?
So one of the first ones we launched called ExpressTruckTax.com.
Okay.
And we launched that in 2010. That specializes in e-filing of excise taxes for the transportation, for the trucks. And we control about 40% of the market. And as of last year, November 22nd, we don't own that product anymore. It was acquired by a company from New York.
That's why you could buy that airplane, right?
Well,
so the excise tax, you need to explain to people.
Right.
In the trucking industry,
right.
they're taxed bottom line. Mm-hmm. And they've got to track their mileage and how that thing is used.
That's for fuel tax,
Right.
filing of IFTA taxes. We offer that too through one of our other product.
Okay.
But this express truck tax is e-filing of Form 2290, the heavy vehicle use tax. Every truck, which is over 55,000 pounds, has to file that form every year. If you don't file that form, you cannot get your tag to drive interstate. So every truck, it doesn't matter Walmart with 35,000 trucks, so you have one truck, everyone has to file their taxes. It's $550 a truck per year.
Woo!
Yep.
So your system that you
Yep.
have, your software, what is it? It's just a form that they click and put the
Yep,
information
they come in. As taxpayer will just come in, create a free account, and then enter the truck information and the weight category and how they're going to pay the taxes. And we take that information, manipulate that the way the IRS wants to receive that information, and then we send it to the IRS. And so it happens in real time. And it goes to the IRS from our systems, comes back and tells the taxpayer it's been accepted or not. If it's been accepted, they get the notification. It's been rejected. We also tell them why it was rejected, so they can correct it and resubmit it. But it all happens in real time. It's all automated. There's no manual intervention at all in there.
So you actually file a form.
Our system does.
Yeah, your system.
We don't give any tax advice. We are not tax professionals.
I know one.
I know one too.
So, if I had a truck and I had to do this, what's this cost me to do this?
If you're doing it on your own, it's you can do it for $15 per truck.
Right.
But we also have an outsourced service there in Tennessee. They're in what's the place? Alabama. And if they don't want to do it on their own. If they want to do it over the phone, we have outsourced that service to another company, and we just transfer the call, and they charge, I believe, $75 a truck to do it for them.
So how many truckers are using this software?
How many trucks?
No, I mean, you said you had 1.2 million customers for the e-filing.
For the trucking industry, we control 40% of the market.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
That's tens of millions of trucks.
Yep.
Woo! Lord have mercy. So somebody else came along and knocked on your door and wrote you a big check and you sold it to them.
That's right.
Now, who supports it from this point on? Do you support it?
So we are providing support until November 21st of this year. That was the part of the transition agreement. But as of November 22 this year, they will be responsible for it.
And what do they think they can do with it that you haven't already done with it?
They're a little much larger company, and they are private equity funded, and they are consolidating a lot of different software and other services that is required for the transportation industry, like toll management, way pass management, traffic tickets, and all other stuff. So they want to consolidate, become the market player to do all that stuff. So to do that, they had to acquire us because we are the foundation, and then they will add all the other additional, services they want to offer to our existing customer base. Well, it's their customer base now. It's not mine anymore.
So they came knocking on your door one day and said, hey, we like what you've got and we'd like to acquire it?
Yep. Well, there's actually 3 other people who bid on it, and this one had the best offer, and we said sure.
So that all went down November of last year?
So it started about May of last year when all the offers came in and kind of going through the due diligence and everything. Officially closed on November 22nd of last year.
Well, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
That's a nice hit.
Yep.
All right, we're going to take our mid-program break.
All right.
Remind everybody what we do here at Substation 2, which is, of course, where we hang out every day and do this program. Our program presented by Founders Federal Credit Union, Relax Here with Founders, and by Comporium, your friendly neighborhood tech giant. Good Pharmacy is with us, your hometown pharmacy, Ebenezer Road at Camden Avenue in Rock Hill. Now, Aggie, I want to see how good your memory is. What we do here at Substation 2 is prepare fresh subs and salads 6 days a week. Now, there's a magical way we do it, and it's in those white letters, and we're all going to say it together at the count of 3. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Nice and loud. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Slice, slice, slice. Garden. Back after these words.
If it's 12:30, it's Straight Talk on WRHI. Straight Talk continues now on WRHI. Brought to you by Founders Federal Credit Union. Relax, you're with Founders.
And back we are here at Substation 2, Cherry Road across from Winthrop. A very interesting Aggie Sundrum is with us. He is the CEO of Span Enterprises. Where'd you come up with the name Span Enterprises? Where did that come from?
Oh, that's easy, boss. S is my last name. P is my business partner Naga's last name, and then A is for Aggie, N is for Naga. But we also span the globe, and if you see our logo, it's 2 infinity symbols spanning the globe. So
good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Well, they've had a lot of success. They started this thing, 10 years ago, 15
right, 11 years ago.
11 years ago. And they just sold a great big software product that was very successful for them called Express Truck Tax.
Express Truck Tax.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
Say that 10 times. Express Truck Tax. Yeah, they did
We
that.
also own the brand Truck Tax, but we went with Express Truck Tax.
So now, you know what's interesting is your business really involves a lot of brain power. People who can build these, can develop these pieces of software, and who can sell the software and maintain the software.
Correct.
So people
And support.
And support. And so people are key to your business, correct?
That is true, yes.
And my guess is that when this big transaction went down, you rewarded the people as well.
Yes, we did, yeah. So about 2 years ago, we announced to the team, because we were coming to the stage where we were getting ready to exit some products. Because we said the first 10 years, we're not going to do any sale. After the 10 year is over, we'll start thinking about it, talking about it. And as part of that plan, I told the team that 25% of any the proceeds after the sale is done will be distributed to the team. Majority of the fund will be distributed to the team that worked on that product, and then the rest will be to the rest of the team. And we just did that 2 days before Christmas, and it was a great experience handing out, those checks and big checks, and it was great to see the people who put in their time, been with the company for a long time, be set up for the rest of their life with the bonus and the additional stuff that comes along with it. Obviously, I can't disclose the numbers, but it was pretty good. It was pretty big, and because we sold Express Truck Tax in the mid 8 digits, so there was a big chunk that we distributed to the team.
Good for you. Good for you. That's great. All right, so you're growing. You're continuing to do more software products. You said you have how many out there now?
We have 9 out there right now.
9 out there right now.
Yes, sir.
Quickly run down those items.
So obviously, Express Truck Tax we sold, and then Truck Service of North America. Tax Bandit's a big one right now. Tax990.com, which specializes in e-filing for the non-profit sector. That's that Express extension. There's e-filing of extensions, tax extensions. ACAWise.com, which is e-filing of the affordable healthcare tax forms. Then we have TruckLogix, which is a business management application for the transportation industry to manage your entire fleet. And we have 123 pay stubs, which is a pay stub generator. We are the only one out there in the market who actually calculates taxes based on your zip code, your jurisdiction, where you live and where you work. And then we sunset 2 products, UnitWise and PayWow, as of December 31st, because we want to focus more on the tax e-filing market. And we have 4 other products in various stages of development. We want to launch that 2024.
So you don't have any lack of ideas, do you?
Oh no, there's so many market opportunities we see, and but we are very particular about taking it slow, building a solid product, a good foundation. Without a good product, it's never going to work. So we take our time in building the product, a solid foundation, and then when we feel it's ready to go to market, then we'll take it out. The best part of that is we are self-funded. We've been debt-free and profitable from 2016. We have no outside investors, no outside partners, no outside directors to tell us what we need to do. So we do everything the way we want to do it, taking it easy and taking it slow and going out to the market and taking market share.
And I don't think people have any real appreciation for how long it takes to develop a piece of software from scratch. I mean, once you got the idea,
right,
and everybody agrees this is an idea that we should pursue,
right,
we're talking, what, years?
3 years.
3 years. To build it, to test it, to rebuild it, test it again.
Break it, test it, build it again.
Then send it out to the market for people to test, see what they like, what they don't like. Get feedback from them. More changes. It takes a lot of time.
It does, yeah.
So, golly dang. One time, last time I had you on here, we talked a little bit about the business climate in Rock Hill. A lot has happened since you and I were here in Rock Hill.
Right.
I mean, the development of downtown, the new industries that are coming here, the explosive population. How do you see our business climate right now?
Listen, so I've been in the business for 11 years now and always been based in Rock Hill, and even with my previous business, we've never had a year where we saw the business that I'm in or the friends that I hang out with who are also all business owners, like the gentleman who was just here a minute ago, I haven't seen any of them ever tell me that they had a negative growth year the 15, 16 years that I've known them. I think that's a perfect example, a sign of what's happening in Rock Hill. Everything is growing, everything is moving in the right direction, I believe. And we do a podcast, and we invited the mayor. We sat down and we talked to him, and he was talking about all the plans and all the things that is happening, which I'm not aware of. I'm not involved that much. So all the stuff they are doing, it's extremely exciting to see that. Disappointing that the Panthers, that didn't go through. But other than that, I think we're moving in the right direction.
With all your contacts all across the world now, do you ever have, people ask you about, coming to this area, that they'd like to, put their shop up somewhere else?
So, in fact, I just had meal with a gentleman last night, and when they decided to move to this area, the first area they went and looked at was Greenville. It's like first thing that comes up for them.
Sure.
And then they thought it was a little too busy for them. And then they looked at Fort Mill, and then they came and looked at Rock Hill. Apparently, they were stuck on Celanese during peak hour traffic. They thought that was too busy. I was like, dude, that's not busy. I mean, it's a little busy, but it's not like... But they ended up going into York, and, they're going to build a house and all this stuff. They are coming in. They are moving in. And I don't think there's any negative aspect that's stopping people from moving into Rock Hill or this area.
So with all this growth, I have to think that's probably helping you in terms of attracting the kinds of people that you want to help Span Enterprises keep growing the way it's been growing.
That is true, yeah. I mean, we pretty much add a new employee every month. We've been growing so fast. And to keep up, we specialize in automation of everything we do. We probably get in contact with about 15 to 16% of our customer base. The rest of the customers we never see. We don't see any of our customers, but we never talk to them. Everything is automated. So the 15 to 16% of the customers who will call us or email us or chat with us, and then we take care of anything they need help with. But even with that growth, we have to keep adding more team members. And we were already paying 100% of the premium with the gold plan for Blue Cross for all our employees. And one of the things that I promised about a year ago was we wanted to hit some goals, and then we'll start covering the entire family. So as of January 1st this year, we're covering the kids and spouses, the gold plan 100%. So it's pretty good. So we like it. It's all about finding the right people. We've become very selective about who we are adding to the team because we are looking at a long-term strategy for the next couple of products. Will sell tax bandits next year, and we signed some major contracts this year for tax bandits, and then tax 990 also is in a perfect position to be sold probably next year, and then Truck Logic. So there are 3 different products. It's a prime to be exited for 2024 or 2025.
Good for you.
Yep, but so when we are sharing 25% of those proceeds to the team, we want to make sure it's the right people who are we hiring.
I don't blame you.
Yep.
Well, listen, that's quite a success story. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
Keep flying that airplane of yours. Have fun with it.
I'll try.
We'll go for a ride one day.
Yes,
all right?
sir.
All right. And that's going to wrap up our Straight Talk program live from Substation 2, Cherry Road across from Winthrop. Presented, of course, by Founders Federal Credit Union, Relax Here with Founders, and by Comporium, your friendly neighborhood tech giant. And, of course, we're here at Substation 2, Cherry Road across from Winthrop, where we prepare fresh subs and salads 6 days a week. Don't interrupt me. We have to tell everybody what we're doing here. At the count of 3, what's the magic for fresh subs and salads? Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Slice. Come on, louder. Hey, let's try that one more time. That was awful weak. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Slice. Not bad. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you on the radio tomorrow. Bye.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, folks. Stick around next week and see what we talk about on the Bandit Room.
The Bandit Room is a production of Span Enterprises, located in sunny Rock Hill, South Carolina. We've been developing, supporting, and growing successful IRS e-filing and business management solutions since 2010. Go to spanenterprises.com now to learn more. The views and opinions expressed in the Bandit Room are those of the guests, and do not necessarily reflect or state the opinions of Span Enterprises. No information should be considered as tax, legal, or other professional advice.